Giddy up, guys. Thanks so much for tuning into Wager Wise Network. I'm Cowboy, back with another First and Goal. Today, we're heading to Norfolk, Virginia, SB Ballard Stadium, 4:30 p.m., November 13th on ESPN. Still no contract, YouTube. Let's get this thing moving. Old Dominion Monarchs hosting the Troy Trojans. Currently, the line is minus 10.5. Actually, 11.5. We're seeing a little action. 112.5 on DraftKings. Starting to see the market pull here to ODU over under 52.5. Did open up at 53.5 and did open up at 10.5. And like I said, you're seeing the market come in on ODU. You've seen a little play on the under. A lot to talk about. But before we pack our bags and head on out to the Commonwealth of Virginia, word from our sponsors. What is Overtime? Guys, I'm signed up on it. I'm telling you, you're going to love it. It's a crypto sports book with no KYC or limits for players. It's accessible anywhere in the world and offers everything from a traditional bookie would have. Live betting, same game parlays, player props, thousands of lines for over 20 sports, plus way more. Now, the biggest difference here is, guys, this is where you need to pay attention. You can never get banned, blacklisted, or even refused a payout on Overtime. Why? It's all in the chain. You can bet with cryptocurrencies, Ethereum, Bitcoin, stable coins. Signing up takes just a few clicks. Guys, I figured it out. I am by no means a crypto bro, nothing to that level. You can use your email, socials, crypto wallet. You can even fund your account with major exchanges like Coinbase or Robinhood. So how do you do it? You click the link in the description and check this out. You bet $10. If you use that link, they'll send you a free $20 bet. I'm taking all my crypto action here, guys, now. I got all my boys using it. So hit the link, sign up, get your free $20 bet. You got nothing to lose. Get the link on Overtime, guys. Like I said, they've got markets that I fully enjoy, and I like not having my account closed. That's kind of nice. So let's start with Troy. Troy, little engine that could, 4-1 in the Sun Belt, 6-3 in the season. You guys remember them? I think the last time they played a nationally televised game was that game against Clemson in week 2, where they shockingly were up by margin, and people thinking, "Holy cow! Like this Troy team's real." Not so much. The Clemson team's just not real. Their only losses this season at Clemson, home from Memphis. Those are 2 quality losses. I know Clemson's not a great team, but the talent gap there is still significantly wide. And then a loss to Arkansas State last week at home. Arkansas State frisky. We can if they're anything, they're frisky, right? Yeah. The wins: Nichols, South Alabama, Texas State, UO Monroe, Louisiana. And Buffalo, not necessarily the greatest of wins. I mean, they at Buffalo, they probably should have lost that game. They won late. That was Kilcrease's first game of the season after Goose goes out for the year at quarterback. So little transition pain there. And then the win against Texas State was kind of tight too. But other than that, I mean, all their wins have been relatively tight, if we're being honest. The UO Monroe game wasn't, but UO Monroe is a special level of bad this year, in my opinion. I think they're maybe, I don't know if they're the worst team in the Sun Belt. They're not by record, but they probably are. Texas State, they're 0-5 in Sun Belt, but I feel like they're a little bit better than UO Monroe, even though they did lose heads up. But point being, look at the numbers for these guys. Troy, current strength of schedule, 112, and not a lot of positive things for Troy on the offensive side. That's for certain. Offensive rank, PPA pass, 81st. PPA rush, 91st. Yards per rush, 125. I mean, passing rate, I guess, is there's nothing good, guys. We can go down the whole thing. Havoc rate allowed, 115th. Weak O-line. You get sacked quite a bit and get a lot of pressure. Quarterback ranked 90th. Not great. Nothing really to say positive about the offense here, except for one thing: the offensive red zone touchdown rate's 53rd in the nation, 65% of the time find a touchdown. Flip that over to the defensive side of things. Actually, pretty quality, I would say. I mean, I wouldn't say it's great, but definitely is where they punch up. Pass rate, not pass rate, but rush explosiveness. You can't really run this team, which kind of correlates to what ODU does. And then rushing defense isn't bad at all, considering that they have the 124th rate rushing rate. Defensively, they're actually 70th in the nation PPA rush, and their overall defensive rate is 49th in against the rush, 62nd defensive rate, success rate overall. So defensively is fine. This team's fine. They get a ton of takeaways. They're 9th in the nation, 1.44 per game, and the defensive red zone is pretty good in its own right. 24th in the nation. Only 51% of the time do you get a defensive red zone. Flip that over to ODU. Boy, this team kind of at the beginning of the season, you're thinking, man, are they going to be the one to steal a playoff spot? A good showing at Indiana, 27-14. Then they come out and win 4 games in a row, and they just turn the gas on. I mean, they just absolutely ignite and torch, Virginia Tech, torch Liberty, torch Coastal. Then the Jets cooled. A loss to Marshall with the look ahead to James Madison, and then James Madison comes in and beats them by 40 points. And it's like, oh, all right, this team's not who it is. They bounce back nicely. A decent win at home versus App State, kind of like get right win against App State, won by 3, a little closer than I was really anticipating, and then a blowout win versus UL Monroe last week. Now they come here and they want to lay double digits again. Listen, offensively, this team's great. I mean, that's there's nothing about it. They can throw, they can run, they can do it all, and it all starts with my main man, Colton Joseph at quarterback. I love the kid, dude. He can run the football. He can throw the football. He's not super effective passing it. I mean, he's effective enough. His numbers are pretty good, but he does have the tendency to turn the ball over a little bit too much. But he is a true dual threat quarterback, and he is a true college quarterback. He's a bros college quarterback. PPA margin 24th in the nation. Offense success rate 30th in the nation. Defense success rate 50th. By points per play per margin, 36th in the nation. Strength of schedule is actually not bad either. It's 68th, which, all things considering, that's okay for a mid-major team. A G5 team. We call them G5, right? Yeah, G5. Defensively, red zone, they're another good team. They're 14th in the nation, actually, defensive red zone conversion. 74% of the time, they hold. I mean, this team's stellar in the defensive red zone. Points per game margin, they covered the margin by 8.5, and home ATS this season 2-2, as we know. And yeah, I mean, here's the deal: how does this game break down? So I want to point out one stat that's kind of glaring at me. Troy's now 4-0 ATS this season away, and I kind of go, well, I take that with a grain of salt. Why are they 4-0 ATS this season? You take a look at the schedule. Who do they play? At Clemson. Okay, great. Early season, Clemson wasn't as good. That was super wide. Texas State. We were still kind of up in the air if Texas State was real or not, and they weren't. So, that was kind of a misguided line. And then the UL Monroe game, UL Monroe's bad. Great, you cover there. And then the other one was at Buffalo, and that was the game that they probably should have lost. I mean, it took a 21-point fourth quarter to really rally that thing down. They were down 17-0 and peel off 3 touchdowns, one with 45 seconds left to win that game. So, yeah, 4-0 ATS, sure, but kind of fucking around right there and might be finding out. So I think ODU is going to have some success against this Troy defense. I do. I think they had their bad couple games. They're back on track. That offense hums. I know they haven't played great 3 weeks prior, but last week they really turned up, and sometimes it takes playing a bad team to get yourself just completely right in the way to go. Some people are saying that JMU and Marshall showed the sauce how to beat this team. App State replicated it. Load the box, get Colton Joseph, throw over the top, and let him make the mistakes, and it worked. And if you can't get the run established, I don't know if Troy's rushing defense although it is good, I don't feel like it's on the same level as JMU or even Marshall's rushing defense. Marshall's rushing defense isn't bad. Their passing defense is pretty bad. So I think that this team is definitely a step below those two. So I don't think they're going to win the game. 10.5. No, not available anywhere. There's 110.5 on Polymarket at -117. Kind of missed the boat on that, but I think we want to chase steam here. I'm going to go ahead and take that 11.5 on FanDuel right now. I think ODU probably puts it down this game. They also, not to correlate back previous seasons, because sometimes that data doesn't translate. But last season, we had a similar spot where they're kind of up and down all season, and they had a nationally televised game, and it was the same week as the service thing. So they're doing their service thing this Thursday, and they balled the fuck out. I mean, they absolutely won the game. They're a 1-point home favorite against, I want to say it was against JMU. And they balled the fuck out, and they whooped some ass. So it is a similar situation where you kind of go, well, maybe this is where they get it done again. So I'm going to go ahead and take them -10.5, -11.5. Excuse me. We're late to the party on that. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'm curious if you think this ODU team's kind of wasting away right now, or if you think Troy's defense and that 4-0 ATS record holds up. I'm real curious to hear what you guys think. Hit the like button. It was Georgia Southern, by the way, not. Oh no, it was James Madison. See, it was Georgia Southern who they whipped ass on. My bad. I just had to verify. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. 9 minutes in the books. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the share button, and I'll catch you guys at the window.